Hey mates, Blind Prime here with a special video. Many people have asked me to make more cooking videos where I make myself some dinner. Well, today I'm going to make something that I like to make because on lazy days I'll make it. It's easy to make, it's simple. All it requires is a can of beans, preferably black beans, but today I got kidneys. It will also require from you a cup of rice, 2 cups of water, a half a cup of cheese that I've already shredded. Yes, shredded the cheese. You will need a rice cooker, like this guy here. We need a fun rice cooker. It comes with a pan. Nice little rice cooker. And, of course, you're going to need a cutting board and a knife to cut your sausages, because you're going to need 2 sausages, if I forgot to mention that. Also, a little salt, a little pepper, some garlic salt, some garlic powder, and some black truffles and black... we're going to have some fun with this, okay? So let's go ahead and get our cutting board out and cut up our sausages so that we can have this step complete. What do you want, Cream? No, I'm making myself food. It's my turn to eat. I already fed you. That bossy thing. Oh my god. All right. Oh, here we go. Let's go ahead and start chopping up our sausages. It's pretty easy to chop up sausages. It's like, pretty sure we're gonna get plenty of people mentioning stuff like this. But the best way I found to cut sausages as a blind person is I hook my fingernails under the edge of the sausage, and then I run my fingertips on the side of the knife. Not the edge of the knife, the side of the knife, okay? Just to be sure, I'm not cutting myself here. I am being very careful to line everything up. And this way, I ensure I get a nice cut on my sausage. There we go. And here we go. And okay, and more sausage cutting. Okay, and then, there we are. Okay. That one was a bad cut. Because I'm getting here towards the butt of the sausage. Alright, let's go ahead and cut the butt in half. Good. Okay, let's open this rice cooker up and just go ahead and toss in the sausages I've gotten so far. Right, before we do that, something that I always like to include, if we have any left, we run out all the time. Oh, we are out of olive oil again. I'm gonna have to get some more. That is a shame. Olive oil is my favorite thing to cook with. Alright, but since I'm up here, I might as well grab my black garlic. And I've got my garlic powder on the back of the fridge. Garlic salt is empty. It's okay, because we've got another thing of garlic salt in the cabinet here. Let's go ahead and grab that. Where are you at, Mr. Garlic? Ah, here you are. Here, who's a good garlic salt? I think you're the garlic salt. Let's smell it. Yeah, that's garlic salt. Okay, cool. All right, we got our spices all lined up. And let's go ahead and load up this thing with our sausages. I'm just going to toss them into... nuts. That sucked. The skin didn't break right on that piece. The skin doesn't broke around many of these pieces. Maybe I need to sharpen my knife again. But let's go ahead and drop all these guys in there. Good old sausages. Oh, yeah. It's going to make such a delicious, delicious meal. You're a little fat. Let's go ahead and cut you in half. There we go. Okay, next sausage. Next sausage. And chopping it. And chopping it. And chopping it. Pretty good, dude. Pretty easy to get these sausages chopped if you're quick, but not too quick. Not so quick you make mistakes. Remember that. Like, be quick, but don't be so fast you cut yourself or, cause problems or break things. So as a blind person, it's important when I'm cooking to be careful and slow, methodical with my motions, because I can't always see a problem when it occurs. So if I'm careful and methodical, then I will find the problem while it's occurring. Let's see. And it goes. Yeah, at least that's my hope. It doesn't happen all the time. Right? That's the butt of the sausage, and we got a better cut this time. Excellent. Let's go ahead and just start dropping this guy in there. Sausages, 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 sausages. Excellent. Next step on the making of the food process is I've already gotten these beans cleansed. I drained them already, so we're just going to drop in the can of beans directly into our pot here. Yeah, bean paste. All right, set this over here, out of the way. Then rinse it real quick. Another step while cooking is always, make sure you clean while you cook. All right, so sausages are added, beans are added. Let's go ahead and add in our rice. Here's our cup of rice. We're just going to go ahead and pour that in there. There we go. Taken care of. Next step is, don't get my rice cup dirty, is we got to get 2 cups of water and add them. Now, in a rice cooker, there's already a line where you can pour the water in, but since I'm adding so much to it, I've got to add a little extra water. So we're going to go and add like 2/4 and then 2/10, or 2 cups and 2/10 of a cup, basically. I know, before you say it, 2/10 of a cup is 1/8 of a cup, but fractions, All right, so that's enough water. We're gonna go pour that in. And I love this measuring cup because it has this little bobble right here at around the handle, and that's the 1 cup mark, so I can always figure it out. Now, here's our nuts. That wasn't meant to happen. That wasn't meant to happen at all. Pour in that. Come down here and save you. All right, there we go. Hopefully it's not too messed up. Now, this is what I meant by being slow and careful, because you never know when you're going to knock something over by accident and then cause a bunch of problems because your cell phone stand does not like to stand. Cell phone stand. 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 Oh, nuts. All right, come on. There. Haha. Okay, it's not exactly the same as it was before, but it will work, I think. I hope. Okay, we will continue. Blind people problems. Okay, we are done pouring in the water. We're going to go ahead and put our water measuring cup on the dryer rack so that it can dry for later use. And let's go ahead and add in our spices now. So we've got our salt here. I'm going to go ahead and add in just a couple of shakes of salt. There we go. All right, so that was our garlic salt we just added. This, oh, it's the black garlic and truffles. Oh, I love this stuff. Yeah, it's a little clumped up at the bottom. Let's go ahead and shake it and get it. This is some great spice. If you ever come across it at the store, it's Grill Master brand. I swear by it. It is some excellent stuff. It is quite nice. Let's just grab a couple of pinches. I always just do pinches of the stuff. Yeah, one more. That won't hurt. All right, there we are. Go ahead and put that away so I don't forget where I put it. And finally, garlic powder. Let's just go ahead and add in a bunch of garlic powder. There we go. No, Cream, I'm making myself food and I added garlic, so you can't have any. No, you can't have any. It has garlic in it. We'll add some Mrs. Dash, because, why not add Mrs. Dash, right? I really love Mrs. Dash as a blind person because its bottle is shaped unique. I really like it when they do that. All right, Mrs. Dash added. We added a dash of Mrs. Dash. Now all we need to do is get out a spoon. Lightly mix it, because this is a Teflon pan, so we don't want to scratch the bottom. We're just trying to be light. We're just trying to mix everything up real nice. Get it all blended together. Okay. Now smell it for a check. Smells right. It smells right. Excellent. Oh, you know, we forgot to add a few things. Like, now it's time to add the cheese. Here's the cheese that I already pre-prepared. So we're going to go ahead and drop that in there. I like adding cheese to it. I mean, you can do whatever you want with your sausage, beans, and rice combo. But this is what I do. I likes the cheese. And now that the cheese is gone, that's gone, let's get the spoon out. Before we do that, let's bring out our pepper grinder here. I've got a pepper grinder from the Seattle Space Needle. I'm gonna go ahead and grind this. If you ever visit the Seattle Space Needle, I recommend getting the pepper grinder. There's just, it's a nice shape for a pepper grinder. The Space Needle is an excellent pepper grinder shape. Here we go. We're just mixing it up finally. We're just gonna finish up the mixing and add just a tablespoon of butter, and we will call that a day. Here's our butter, and we're gonna be crazy about it. We're just gonna cut it with a spoon. We're just gonna put in one bit of butter there. Excellent. Nice. And that can just rest at the top, and that will bubble in with everything else. But we are almost done. I forgot one thing. Where is it? Where's my go-to? Where's my baby at? Green, I am making myself food, man. You're gonna have to give me a moment. Figure out. There it is. She had fallen behind other bottles. My Worcestershire sauce. Can't forget the Worcestershire sauce. Oh yeah. Always love that Worcestershire in there. And then Dale's steak seasoning. Almost forgot about adding in the Dale's. Can't forget the Dale's. No, cream, I'm making myself food. There we go. Dale's added, Worcestershire added, and now we can mix these guys up. Where's my spoon? There's my spoon. Mix them up one more time. Get that Worcestershire and that Dale's all mixed in there real nice like. All right, and that is done. Now I'm gonna plug it in, and I am going to enjoy it in about 30 minutes when it's done cooking. Thank you all so much for joining me today as I showed you how I make one of my favorite meals to make, because it's super easy, it's super simple, it doesn't take many ingredients, and you can spice it how you will. I mean, you can spice it whatever you want to spice it like. For me, I like doing the garlic stuff, but for you, maybe you like something else. But thank you all so much for watching today's episode on Blind Chef. Until next time, bye-bye for now.